With the recent success of Wicked, I thought we'd do their top 5 movie musicals adapted into film. Some ground rules first before we get into the list. These are movies that are based off of musicals, not anything that is already a musical and then it's been turned into a stage play and then back into a movie or anything of the sort. It had to originate as a musical on the stage before it was adapted into an actual movie. So with that out of the way, we're not including any like Disney animated films who have had their movies turned into Broadway productions. We're not including things like Hairspray, which was a movie that was then turned into a stage show, then turned back into a movie. That doesn't count. So we're going to go with Rent. While I think there are movies that are musicals that are better than Rent, I don't think anything has such charm, character work, and music like Rent. There are movies that have better stories, better character developments, but there's something special about Rent and its music especially. It's a real great celebration of life, the ups and downs, the struggles, the things that are going on in our society. It's a decent commentary on things like, and it's just such a good guilty pleasure of mine. Number 4, we're going to get a little old school. We're going to go with Grease. Grease is just such a fun music. It has toe-tapping numbers. The acting is really good. The performances that give us John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. It's just a movie that has so much energy. It's another movie that is a guilty pleasure that really succeeds on the merits of its music over its actual plotting, which is very paper thin, but at the same time, it's something timeless where we're trying to change ourselves for the ones that we love, for better or for worse. This is one of those iconic movie musicals, and I know it's not like the top tier of like what Broadway people like or musical theater kids love, but this is a movie that is just a lot of fun. It's entertaining, and it just gets me in a mood to dance. Number 3, you guys are probably gonna hate me, but I really enjoyed the adaptation of Into the Woods. I thought it was directed well. I thought it was shot very well. The performances are all great from the entire cast. It's just such a wonderful movie that mixes all these fairy tales into one cohesive story and kind of interconnects it. There's fun commentary. There's really good music. Again, I really love the music. I will say that the second act is not as strong as like the first act of the film, but overall it's just an entertaining piece of art that's just has really good music, and that's all I really care about. Number 2, we're gonna go with the original West Side Story adaptation. I love Steven Spielberg's adaptation. I think he did a phenomenal job, and it is one of the best movies in the last few years. But I really love the original West Side Story. I just think it's just plotted a little bit better. The musical numbers are captivating. I mean, who else does like jazz hands while they're fighting? Choreography is top notch. The musical numbers are excellent. It's just this really great, well told story of a timeless tale of Romeo and Juliet in just, modern quote unquote America. It really captures the cultural tensions, and it's movie that tackles the American dream as well, and it's just done so incredibly well. And again, really great music, really great performances, and overall it's one of the greatest movies of all time. And my number 1 is going to be The Sound of Music. It's just a timeless tale that you can watch to this day and it doesn't feel like it's aged at all. It's a near 3-hour movie that just wisps by, and you don't realize how long it is. The performances are great. Julie Andrews is magnificent in this movie. Child actors are really good. The songs are catchy, and they're just timeless classics. And even like Ariana Grande like recently adapted music from it for one of her songs, and it's one of those things that just hasn't aged at all, and you can watch it with your family, you can watch it by yourself, and it's a movie that encompasses anyone. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll just have a great time, and it's one of the greatest movies of all time.